Hey there, beauty. So if your upper back is feeling achy today or your shoulders tend to feel pretty tense, it might be your thoracic spine that is asking for a little love. So let's give it some, shall we? We're going to start right here in a side-lying open book stretch. So I like to position my hand closest to the ground right underneath my head to support my neck. And then I'm going to reach forward to open up that upper back and then bringing that shoulder back and around to try to touch the floor behind me. Doesn't have to open up all the way, but do your best and see how far you can open up so that both shoulders end up ideally making contact with the ground. And if you also notice here, I have my arm pretty relaxed. You can also do this particular move with a straight arm, so it does resemble more of a book, but I was feeling a little bit more chill today, so I'm doing a relaxed arm and focusing on the shoulders and upper back. So let's go ahead and switch it up to the other side. So you can scrunch your knees up just a little bit so you feel comfy. Place your hand underneath your head to give it a little support. Feel free to use a pillow, of course. And again, I've got a really relaxed arm here. You can use a straight arm if you'd like. And what I'm focusing on is reaching forward with that hand to open up my back, and then I'm opening back so that both shoulders kiss the ground. It's totally fine if both shoulders do not reach the ground. It's totally okay. Just focus on breathing into those side ribs and doing the best you can with what you got today. So feel into your body and trust her. Okay, next up, we're gonna go into a wide kneeling position like you would in a child's pose, placing the back of my elbows, so where the triceps meet the elbows, onto the ground. I've got my hips back and creating as much length as I can, and I'm pushing those arms into the earth as I open up my heart. Remember to breathe here. Really important that you focus on breathing into those side ribs, into the center and back of that heart region, and pressing those elbows into the earth as you bring your chest towards the ground. So take your time with this one. As you open up, you'll start to feel the lats open up as well. You can probably scoot your elbows out a little bit further. So check in with your body. She will let you know. This next move I like to think of as a regal cat-cow. So think of sitting back on your heels, knees nice and wide, arms extended in front of you, making contact with the earth. I like to use my fingertips for this. Press into the earth with your fingertips, and then you're going to take your spine through a regular cat-cow. So we're looking down at the belly button, and then we're opening up that heart, squeezing the back of the heart. And think of raising your tailbone up to the sky, the crown of your head to the sky, and then feel free to explore with this movement. So I'm putting a little more pressure and twisting over to one side, and then doing the same with the other as I'm opening up that heart to the right and left and feeling what it feels like to just twist through the torso, twisting the heart towards one hand and then the other. And just notice how you might feel a little more tight or open on one side than the other. Next up, we have a Spider-Man lunge, but we're going to open that baby up about 90 degrees at the hips, and then we're going to thread the needle. I like to be on my fists for this particular movement. Again, I like to change up the position of my hands and my wrists. Form a little tripod between your knee, your opposite foot and heel, and your fist. And we are going to rotate through that torso, and think of following your hand up and back and then down and through. Think of squeezing out the back of the heart and then trying to touch that one shoulder that's on top. When it's coming around and down, like it wants to make contact, it wants to kiss your opposite shoulder. Really, really squeeze through and reach so that you get a little bit more of an opening through that upper back region. Time to switch up sides. Okay, same thing. We are going to get into that Spider-Man lunge, but we're going to open it up at the hips and then thread the needle. So again, think of squeezing out through that upper back area to open up the front part of your chest And then when you're coming around, think of wanting that top shoulder to want to kiss the opposite shoulder. Open up that upper back as much as you can. Now take your time with this. Really feel the movement coming through your upper back. It's obviously going to twist your whole spine, but really put the attention and your intention into that thoracic area. And you might want to squeeze your glute a little bit more than I'm doing here, so that that knee's not like moving around as much, just to get a little bit more of a base of support. So I was definitely daydreaming here. All right, we're going to switch it up again, and we're going to get into a kneeling position. We're going to open up those side ribs and just a side stretch, alternating one side then the other. Remember to keep your hips and your booty like on your heels, so you're not sliding, you're not leaning over, you're focusing on bending so that that bottom rib wants to kiss that top of your hips, and feeling what it feels like to breathe into, again, those side ribs. And also, if you want to do a little bit of a twist, so I'm very, very gently, very slightly thinking of the center of my chest. Imagine a headlight there, and that very gently it wants to point up towards the sky. I'm just doing a very light twist here. You don't have to add that. You can keep this as a straight side bend. Okay, we've got one final move here that we're going to do on both sides. So get into a tabletop position, and then the arm that is making contact with the earth, that's the leg that is going to be extended back straight. And you're going to press that foot into the earth as you open up. I have got my arm like kind of like a butterfly position. Just position it on your back, the back of your head, very gently. And think of opening up that heart. And as you open up that heart and bring that one shoulder to the sky, you're going to press into the earth. That's going to stretch out the fascia all through the front body, all the way down your thigh. The body does not work in compartments. It is all connected. So if we create a little more space through those abs, through those hips, even through the top of that leg, it is going to help release some of the tension in your back. We're going to switch it up. This is the last move. Again, think of a tabletop position, extend that one leg, and then that same side leg is the arm that is making contact with the earth and opening up like a butterfly. As you open up towards the sky, attempting to turn the center of your chest as if it wants to reach up towards the sky, you're going to press that foot into the earth. It's an active stretch. And then relax as you twist down, press into the earth as you open up. You're going to feel that stretch through the entire length of the body. It is going to feel so, so good. Remember to breathe. Remember that you are awesome. Just the fact that you showed up here today says a lot about you. So way to get busy, way to move your body, way to move your booty. Super proud of you. Great job. And we will catch you on the next reboot. Cyber high five to you, and we'll see ya.